Hi, ECF family. Rose Merle here. I was asked by the ECF staff to come and share my experience coming home from Honduras. So I would love to do that with you. I'm a firm believer that God's miracles happen through everyday occurrences. And all the little steps that led to me coming home safely, when I reflect back on it, is an interesting story. I went to Honduras on a missions trip for a month. I left March 1st, and in the middle of March, the government closed down all airports, canceled all flights. God placed a very fine gentleman who was a teacher at ECF, a volunteer teacher. Actually, it was his 11th trip. He said, "We need to register with the U.S. Embassy in Honduras." I went, "Oh, okay, let's do that." So I registered with the embassy, and they gave us updates and information about possible emergency flights, charters, commercial airlines, things like that. So our emails were back and forth, so we kept looking at that. A few charter flights came up. Both of us didn't want to take it because the charter flight would take us to Kansas, and we didn't have any ruby red slippers to get me home back to Seattle, so we nixed that. And then lo and behold, a few United flights opened up. The first time I called the United branch office in Honduras, I was on the phone for about a half an hour, and the lady told me, "Oh, honey, no flights available, all seats taken, thank you, goodbye." So that was the end of that phone call. The very next day, I saw on the alert that another flight may open up. So I called again. This time I was on the phone for an hour, standing across campus, almost on my tippy toes, in the corner with the best reception, using the director's phone. And I was told that I got the last seat on the last flight out. I had this big grin on my face. I was jumping up and down and I was saying, "Thank you, Jesus." It was quite wonderful. Subsequently, other flights opened up, but they weren't in existence at that point. So coming home was very, very interesting since I had to go through 3 cities. And took 2 days. I went from Tegucigalpa Airport in Honduras to Houston, waited 5 hours in the airport, and then flew to LAX, got in at midnight, took the shuttle to the hotel that I had, and then spent the night. Then the next afternoon around 3 o'clock, caught my flight from LAX to Seattle, and then got picked up by my beautiful daughter. All the flights were peaceful, not too many bumpies, which is very, very good for me. And I just have to say that the only concern I had was getting into LAX at midnight, getting to the hotel, and then getting back the next day. And everything went smoothly, which was a blessing for me. So I'm here to say that God watches over us and He takes care of us no matter what situations we may be in. So thank you for listening to my story.